16 Norah Nasimiyu works on jeans for export at United Aryan Export Processing Zone factory. Operating under the U.S. African Growth and Opportunity Act in Ruaraka district of Nairobi, Kenya. On October 26, 2023, Thomas MukoyaFile photo get licensing rights summary companies AGOA duty-free trade program ends in 2025. African governments call for early renewal. Companies are leaving China after the pandemic. Industry warns of missed opportunities and uncertain future. Nairobi, November 1. Norah Nasimiyu knows future of Kenya's garment trade, which has employed her for 13 years and helped send her 6 children to school and university, is in the hands of U.S. Congress. And like everyone else, he's worried. U.S. officials visiting South Africa this week to meet African trade ministers will face calls to reauthorize the African Growth and Opportunity Act, which expires in 2025. Despite long-standing bipartisan support from lawmakers who see Washington's flagship Africa trade initiative as critical of China, deep dysfunction on Capitol Hill and divisions over the need for an update have raised doubts. "We are praying for it to grow," said the single mother, who was taking a break from sewing Levi's jeans in a factory in Nairobi. Clothing has been the standout success story of AGOA, which was founded in 2000 to help develop African economies and promote democracy. African apparel exports under the program reached approximately $1.4 billion last year. This is twice the pre-AGOA figure. Pankaj Bedi, president of UAL and Norah Nasimiyu's employer, said AGOA's duty-free access to the world's largest consumer market was the raison d'etre for his company, Kenya's largest garment manufacturer. Almost 100 of the products we export go to the United States. Skipping Africa. Industry insiders and policymakers see a chance to build on that success as companies reduce their reliance on China in the wake of the pandemic and subsequent supply chain headaches. "We are surprised to see how open the opportunities are for us," South African Trade Minister Ebrahim Patel said last week. Almost 80 of companies surveyed by the United States Fashion Industry Association in July plan to reduce their use of Chinese sourcing over the next 2 years. "A lot of them are talking about Africa," said Stephen Lamar, CEO of the American Apparel and Footwear Association. "Capturing even a small portion of this business could be transformative for Africa. But companies needed clarity," he said, adding, "If it is not renewed by 2 years, these current investment decisions will bypass Africa." This lack of clarity doesn't just affect new investments. The USFIA survey found that 45 of respondents have already reduced sourcing from AGOA countries due to renewal uncertainty, while another 45 plan to stop sourcing from the continent if reauthorization is not granted by June 2024. Collapse. African governments are pushing for a reauthorization similar to the 10-year AGOA extension approved by Co.